So after Jesus left his followers for the last time, they were left wondering, how are we going to live this life of Jesus out in reality? I believe each one of us deep down wants to live out this story of Jesus in reality. We want to include all those who have been excluded so that no one is left out. We want the rich and the poor to eat at the same table. We want to care about people more than we care about money. And we want to give up our status and our money and our lives so that other people have it better. We all want to create this world that looks more what God hoped for in the beginning. The question is, why is it so hard? Why is it so hard to live out this radical story of Jesus, of love and inclusion of all people today? Because Jesus calls us to have two things. The first thing is that we need the Spirit of God. But what does that mean? Each day we take 26,000 breaths. And most days I don't think about one of those breaths. And we tend to breathe from our chest, but we're supposed to breathe from our stomachs. But if we're distracted or stressed or going too fast, we breathe from our chests. Quicker and faster. But our power and our energy comes, we breathe slower, calmer breaths from our stomach. But why am I talking about breath? Because the same word for breath in the Bible is the word for God's Spirit. Ruach. Ruach, breath. Ruach, God's Spirit. So it begs the question, is your breath connected to the Spirit and presence of God? Is your breath holy? The same Spirit, Ruach, that God breathed into the first human, Adam, and he became alive, is the same Spirit, Ruach, that empowered many characters of the Bible, from giving them courage to free slaves, to empowering them to create beautiful art, or to help them interpret dreams. This Spirit, Ruach, was also what raised Jesus from the dead. And Ruach was what helped the first followers of Jesus begin to live in a new communal way. Ruach, the Spirit. Ruach, breath. So after Jesus died, resurrected, and went to heaven, the followers of Jesus took Ruach even further. And they wrote down that this Spirit of God resides and dwells in us, around us, and over us. The Spirit of God, this divine breath, is flowing through me, it's flowing through you, and flowing through the next person. And after Jesus leaves the first followers, their main goal is to be empowered by this Spirit that is holy and is within us and around us and everywhere. And by being connected to this Spirit, they believed they could create a new world and live in a new way that looked upside down from how the world looked, and that through this empowerment they could follow the way of Jesus. Take a deep breath and connect to the Spirit and presence of God that is within you and around you and within the next person and within your world. And through this connection, let it empower you to follow Jesus' call to live out this love and blessing into the world so that we may bring this heaven, what God hoped for in the beginning, down to earth today. If we are to live out God's call on earth, it is impossible to do it without the Spirit of God. And the first followers of Jesus' main goal of how we can live out this life of Jesus is to connect first with this Spirit. And then we may live from this love to be a blessing to the world. So take a breath. Did you notice it? Or are you missing it?